What is going on, everyone? Brian and Jake here from A Certain Point of View, and we are here to do a reaction from Chandru, the Chosen One, versus Brandon, the Hitman, Hanna.
The Chosen, right?
The Chosen, excuse me. We just talked about his nickname.
Well, the Chosen One, it definitely flows better, and it's in almost every major franchise of all time.
But yeah, we are here to do a reaction. It is Swag versus the Den. I believe this is the second time those two factions have gone against each other.
I think you are correct.
So,
and this is the third match for Swag, and this is like the umpteenth for Den so far.
Yeah, and this is also the second time that these two have gone against each other. So we got a nice little head-to-head going on. And is this our first Intergeekdom?
I was just thinking the same thing. I believe this is our first Intergeekdom match of the year.
It seems like it's taken us a little while to get there, but we've had some good matches.
It's a good match to start it off.
Yeah, absolutely.
These two, I mean, they're obviously 1-1 versus each other, and we have Winston versus Kate in the corners as well. So I'm looking forward to it. Now that I think about it, because I think I remember saying in the very first match of the studio match of the year, it was RB3 versus Ben Goddard, which is Swag versus the Den. And I remember saying I'm excited to see Winston and Kate go off against each other because they're both managers, but they have previous managers in their corners with Jay and Grace.
There we go.
So that's why I remember that. So yes, it is the second time they face each other.
So Jake knows it all. But yeah, we are gonna get into no promo for the beginning.
Yeah, very interesting start. No, I think Christian's calling them a pre-tag. Or pre-scene,
okay,
and then a post-scene. No pre-scene this time, which is the first time that we haven't had one this year so far.
Yeah, so let's just dive right into it. We got Rachel and Mark today.
Some words for each other.
Great combo, and I love her T-shirt. So simple and subtle.
What was General Grievous's ship crawling with in the opening battle of Revenge of the Sith?
Buzz droids.
And your winner, Chandru, the Chosen, Dhandapani.
The Chosen.
I think it's kind of ridiculous that he's going on to normal contenders match and I'm going home.
No one's getting between me and Kalinowski, so I'll see you at my #1 contender match.
Oh, he took Smets to the brink. I forgot about that. Seems so long ago.
Really?
Seems so long ago.
My game today, I'm holding my head high, and I'm gonna come back even stronger next game.
Well, I already crossed Chandru's name off my list. You see, as far as I'm concerned, we're 1-1 against each other. I deserve a rubber
Okay,
match.
so 1-1.
Well, it's season 7, the new era, but I'm still playing an old rival, I guess. Brandon Hanna for the third time.
Winston.
It's cute of you to show up today, but I don't know if you've noticed, but your name is already crossed off of the Hitman's list. So you're barely a blip on our radar.
Please, I took the strongest cat in the entire field, period. The Chosen One.
Yeah, Brandon doesn't know how hit list works. He just keeps putting my name back on there. Like, again and again.
I'm not talking to the cameras. I'm not talking to the crowd or the audience at home. I'm talking directly to you. I'm coming at you with everything that I have. I'm throwing it all at you, including the kitchen sink. Literally, I brought my kitchen sink into the studio today, and I'm going to throw it at you. I'm going to expose you for the fraud that you are. Your goal this season, your biggest dream is to win that belt. Mine is to make sure that doesn't happen.
Hitman? You need to go ahead and put an S in front of that, dog. That's who you are. The Horseman, the family, the dead. All the
that's
factions you
good.
let down and got kicked out of. Swag Squad got you. Drip drips.
I got actually a little snack for you, some nerds. Good luck for being a nerd, and also here's a dum dum for Chandru.
Ooh!
For you, dum dum.
Kind of like subtle crap talking.
Yeah,
Not a
but
whole
like
lot of
still
it.
like an underlying
There's
rivalry
jabs.
that you
100%,
feel. You
100%.
feel a rivalry.
This is the one where they decide who's better, obviously, because you get the 2-1 record out of whoever wins. And we can also say at this point, that match.
I know.
So
I popped up and I was like, oh.
This match is it's the tier of Intergeekdom. This is like the top tier of Intergeekdom players that are below Smets and Kalinowski at the moment. These are the competitors that are fighting to get a shot at them. or at least just compete at their level. Not to say that they can't, because we saw Chandru took Smets to the brink last year. Brandon Hanna has had his moments as well. It's just going to be interesting going forward because Smets seems so unbeatable at this point. Whoever wins this match, we're always going to be comparing to them.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see what happens. You know?
Yeah, I keep thinking... I'm going back and forth between who I want
Very
right
different
now because it's
strengths, too.
very... Yeah, but I don't know. Who do you have?
I have Chandru.
Okay,
I have Chandru.
That's who I was thinking. We
Yeah.
finally agreed on one. I love the Den. I think I picked them.
The Den is the team that you're rolling with this year.
Yeah,
Yes.
but
yes.
Chandru, when we met him, he's going for it. So I think I'm gonna have to pick him as well.
All right, let's get to these intros.
Choosing first, with a record of 2-1, representing the
Don't
Den
mind
led
the,
to the ring by his management
It's
squadron,
raining here in Northern
Chief
California, and I gotta be
Mulligan,
comfortable
Grace
and
Hancock. It's Brandon,
waterproof in my
the
job. So.
Hitman Hanna.
Obviously, it's not your pants, so shake your.
Well, the last time I had this on during a show, Kate was
That's too
just she's
powerful
so
for me.
good.
Leading into the ring. I like it. I like it a lot.
They really have gelled so well.
Every time I see her fanny pack, I think it's the belly one,
Brandon getting a lot.
and I'm just waiting for it to one day be the belly one.
Chandru might feel like he's got the leg up, having won the last time around. But Brandon's here to prove it.
I think if you focus grouped it, losing the gloves for Brandon really helped out
I have to agree.
his likability factor. And his opponent,
I love the green.
with a record of 3 wins, 2 defeats,
Trip.
representing Swag.
You have to say it after that, Trip Trip.
Oh, I can say it whenever I want.
I'm
sure Winston wouldn't care.
Butler III, it's Chandru, the Chosen Dhandapani.
You know, it's so funny because this match was recorded before he cut his hair, so seeing him with long hair is so different now.
Action leader in fact.
My good Lord, look at those moves.
In the onesie nights.
I want to see these 3 fellas on a wedding dance floor. Look at the moves.
Swag indeed.
That's right. I can't tell, are those real headphones or are those just on the... I think it's just on the... I don't know if those are real headphones.
I'm not sure what I'm seeing here.
Okay,
Oh, that was a friendly handshake, though.
Friendly enough. I wouldn't say best of friends. I would say college roommates meeting.
All right, should we go over the rules?
Yeah, you go ahead and take it.
All right, so first round, guys, very simple. Whiteboard for whiteboard. We go point for point, and we just follow these guys along round 1. Second round, when we get a little bit different here, we flip a coin to see which competitor we want to choose. So the winner gets to pick their competitor. They don't get to see the wheel slice, but they do get to take the advantage and choose that person. Same thing for the third round. The only difference here is that we can hear the numbers first if we want to. Sometimes we decide not to. And then steals, they play into it as well. And the only other thing that gets a little different here is that if these competitors answer too quickly for us, we just don't award the point. Our last match for sure. Or say I answer a question as a 2-pointer, but they go to a multiple choice and I get it right. I still get the 2 points, even though they get the 1. And so we kind of do a little bit different point system there. But that rarely comes into play, but sometimes it will. Maybe in Intergeek Team it'll come into play a little bit more. And like you said, this is our first one of the year, and we're definitely more Intergeekdom-ish players. So it'll be fun to do this for sure. Especially with their strengths, because their strengths are definitely in line with what ours are.
I'm ready.
It's going to be interesting, though, going forward, because Chandru has been heavy Harry Potter MCU. I want to see what he does outside of those and how well he plays with those categories. Brennan Hanna kind of been all over the place a little bit, but we know what his strengths are.
I'm ready
So.
to win. Let's do
All right.
Then it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown.
Excited for
I think
Intergeekdom.
that confidence has boiled over from their pre-show.
Hopefully at some point it'll become so massive that there's 2 Intergeekdom matches a week.
Things in
I
round
hope so.
number 1. I'll be administering your first question, gentlemen, and that comes to us via the world of the MCU, which stands for Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Oh, thank you. I really hope they already know that.
That's just being true. In the film Avengers Endgame, currently on Disney Plus, who snaps their fingers to bring all those who were decimated by the snap back to life? Right. You seem to know it. Give it a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Going to you first, Chandru.
Hulk.
That is correct, and Brandon Hanna.
Professor.
Hulk.
I have
It
to
is
Bruce Banner,
Hulk.
just in case.
Yeah.
You never know with
I don't
them.
know how
Point to
specific
piece
it
of
I know,
revenue,
right?
Rach.
All right, your second question comes from the world of Star Wars. Who plays crime lord Dryden Voss in Solo?
You know, I'll be totally
what is
honest.
his
I was
name?
looking at a lot of questions.
oh my
and I saw
God.
that question and the film title Solo, and I thought it was the Mario Van Peebles film. And I
That would
was
really throw them for a loop
saying
if we
that's not
tried
near
that.
Deep in 5,
Thank you, RB3. We
4,
knew you'd love that one.
3, 2, 1.
When they
Hands down,
talk,
Brandon.
I listen to them,
It is
and
Paul
it
Bettany,
just
Chandru
doesn't
have.
even let me think.
Disney owns like 33% of him. Paul Bettany.
Yes, they do, and they own 30% of all of us.
Yeah, he's in like almost
We
all
move
Disney
on
movies.
to the
It's pretty
destination
funny.
where Rachel Cushing has a summer home. That is Middle Earth. And your question.
Are we
What is the name of the village that Bard brings Bilbo and the dwarves to in The Desolation
Oh.
of Smaug? Can I ask you your favorite movie of the 6?
Wait.
In the
So we discard the Hobbit movies. I like them. I don't love them.
Okay.
I'm taking a
The other
a
three are
wild
well
shot
animated, but
here.
it's twisted,
I have
would say.
no.
I'm taking a wild, and if I get this right,
Yes.
I'm never answering a
Just
Lord of the
me.
Rings question ever
Hands
again
down, Chandru.
because I don't know.
Lake Town, baby.
It is
Yes!
Laketown.
Yes!
Laketown. Brandon Hanna.
Lake Town.
So pumped right now.
Tied at
I know
3 apiece,
nothing
they
about the
understand.
Lord of the Rings. That's awesome. Yes.
All right. Next up, a question from the world of DC movies. Who voices the Joker in 2017's The Lego Batman
His
movie?
last name.
Thanks for giving that away.
You already
Animated
knew it.
films getting
How do you
some
know I
love
did?
In the Intergeekdom division, I like to see it.
My 5-year-old nephew, this is his favorite movie ever. He laughs nonstop. And I can't
I
say
can't get over that Lord of the Rings question, guys.
That's
That's amazing.
2,
I don't know how to.
1. Pens down, going to you,
It's
Brandon.
not.
Zach Galifianakis.
It is Zach
I
Galifianakis.
put Paul,
Zach
so I'm wrong.
Galifianakis.
All right.
Did you really?
I put Galifianakis, but
I think Chandru might have actually spelled Galifianakis right.
You know what I watched the other night?
Bonus points in
Hangover.
my heart.
I haven't watched
Go on
that.
to
So
Marvel movies. These are just Marvel movies. Could be any old Marvel movie. We'll see what happens.
We're the three
4 to
best
4.
friends that
Early
anybody
in
could-
the 2000 film X-Men, who attacks Rogue and Logan when they're on the road? That was the world meeting. Mr. Dreamcast.
He's given us so
We're
much
the
since
three best friends that anybody could have.
Quite a career for himself. 5,
Oh.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Going to you first, Chandru.
Victor Creed or Sabretooth.
Yes, it is.
I
Sabretooth.
changed my.
Did you erase it?
Brandon had it as well. There's not a lot they don't know, and they're proving it here today.
I put Sabretooth, but then I.
Who were you gonna put?
I had Sabretooth, but I
No, what
put
was that?
Magneto.
Oh, God.
Because for some reason, in my head, I saw him freezing, or not freezing, like them driving the truck.
Oh, got it.
Your next question comes
should've
from
stuck
the
with
world
my
of
gut.
Harry Potter, or the Wizarding World. I
This
believe.
is another one that I
Somewhere I
just
could-
suck
This
at.
is something I could beat you at.
Who played Professor Gilderoy Lockhart
cannot beat
in
you
the
at
Chamber
this.
of Secrets?
I don't know.
I have a Harry Potter
I
question.
don't know their
Oh,
names.
shoot.
How did
I know
he
who.
not land Hermione?
I'm taking a shot again.
I don't think I should answer that.
It's like, didn't they? Are they related?
I don't.
Is it a Luke and Leia thing? Come on. Heads down. We're going to
age
you
gap.
first, Brandon.
Kenneth Branagh.
That is.
Yes.
All right. Sorry to any.
Did you already watch this?
No, I did not. I saw his face though.
Oh, now your question makes way more
I don't know
sense.
any actors.
I thought you were
I can
talking
give you.
about
I know him
anything
because he's a
Harry
director.
Potter,
That's
but-
why.
Start landing Hermione. And
He plays
that's
the
not my
police
problem.
officer in
Harry and Hermione is a much better question. Okay.
Murder on the Orient
Good,
Express.
Ellis.
The guy,
Gilderoy.
the twirly
Your
dude.
nose clean.
Oh,
That's him.
Detective.
Yeah, I don't know his last name. Some
We
French
move on
name.
to Star Trek.
Hercule
Getting us
Poirot.
out of the
There you go,
very
Poirot,
dirty
yeah.
wizarding world and into
Yes, I
Star
said it
Trek.
wrong,
Your
but I
question:
don't care.
Star Trek Generations brought together what two popular captains?
I don't know.
Do you prefer the old school Star Trek movies to the Next Generation movies to the J.J. Abrams?
You're setting me up
film?
for internet hate because I like the JJ one.
Again, taking a guess here,
No,
guys.
not at all.
I'm not
Well, maybe I'll
very well knowledgeable in my
That's
Star
never
Trek.
good. Pens down. We are going to.
I'm not going to even embarrass myself.
Kirk and Picard.
Yes, it is.
Kirk and Picard.
All right.
I got Kirk.
3 questions. Separate both these.
I only
gentlemen
took a
from
guess at
perfect
Picard because
rounds.
I'm watching
Well
Star
done,
Trek
guys.
Picard.
Question number 8 comes from the DCEU until we find something better to call it. Who directed Shazam?
God. Directors and actors.
Oh my
I don't
God, I
know.
get his first name wrong all the
At this point, they seem
time.
flat out bored.
Come on, guys, bring up the end.
Well, it looks like my winning
still
streak
having
is
fun
coming
out
to
there.
an end
I
today.
mean, I still like the match.
What is his first name?
Pens down. We're going to you, Brandon Hanna. Who do you got?
David F. Sandberg.
Oh, you even got the middle initial. Does Chandru have it?
I got the middle.
I don't know.
You got
I don't
the
know
middle
why I always say
initial. You can't
Ryan.
get anything
I always say
past
Ryan
this.
Sandberg. That's what I always say. I always say it on the podcast too. I say Ryan Sandberg
right.
all the time.
Try this one on for
I
size. Your
got one.
penultimate question,
Thought I got
round
that
number
one.
one,
Done
comes
this
from
one.
the category of heroes and villains. Here he is. Who played Hellboy's girlfriend, Liz Sherman, in the Del Toro Hellboy films?
Oh my god.
So I got a Hellboy comic as a gift for Christmas.
Come on, come on.
Goatman. You know who Goatman is?
I'm aware.
It's like this East Coast legend. Goatman could exist. 5, 4, Jersey, Maryland.
Can't pull it in.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Going to you, Chandru.
Selma Blair.
It is, in fact,
Selma
Selma
Blair.
Blair. Does Brandon have it?
Couldn't pull it.
He didn't pull it. Finally, one of them is cut.
He blinks.
It's okay. You'll get it.
Winston
Only
in the
one point. That does
background.
cost him his perfect round. Chandru still has the opportunity for a perfect round. If he gets this next question right, what category are they looking at, Rach?
We're looking at the wide world of the mixed bag.
Rach,
Anything
you've been there.
goes here. What is the name of Kate? Oh, excuse me. What is the first name of Kate Capshaw's character in Temple of Doom? That'd be Indiana Jones.
That would be. And you said anything goes, maybe as a.
Take a guess.
You just can't. You can't refrain from.
Nope.
It's
I-
all still in there. somewhere.
Name it.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Brandon Hanna.
That'd be Willie.
It is
Would be.
Willie.
Mary.
Willie.
And Chandru has
There
it
it
too.
is.
All right.
Mary is
Hats
the
off
name
to
of the
Brandon
woman
Hanna,
in
9 out
Raiders
of
of the Lost
10
Ark, though.
is
It's really great.
So there was a connection there.
score. But Chandru the Chosen with a
Just for the
perfect,
bonus question. Sorry.
perfect round number 1. Even surprising his management squad. Chandru, you do get a bonus question that is asked just to you. You don't need to write it down. Just give us an answer within 15 seconds. That bonus question is, who played Johnny Blaze's girlfriend, Roxanne Simpson, in Ghost Rider?
Eva Mendes.
It is now 11-9. Chandru.
I had it.
Is welcome after a very impressive perfect round.
Yep.
Rachel, as somebody who
Oh,
scored
God,
three
like
perfect
you
rounds
needed
in a
that
very
one
tense
point.
feel going
Damn
into round number 2. What
Had
kind of a
it.
confidence boost is that?
I've always said with every.
I was so
correct
excited
answer
for
you
this
get,
match
the more
because it's
confident
Inner Geekdom,
you
and
get.
I'm ready for
Correct
it to
and
be
the
over.
bonus, you just feel like you can answer it.
All right. Do you want me to flip or you want to flip?
Yeah, you can flip it.
I'm waiting for this person.
All right, sir. What are you calling?
Chandru
Tails.
Dhandapani, he has not done so yet. As we enter into round number 2, this is the wheel round because this is the Inner division.
I will
and it is a
go
singles
with-
Inter-Geekdom match. Each competitor gets a spin at the wheel. You're going to hear 5 questions. Once you settle on a way.
I'll go
Each question
Chandru.
scores 2 points. There's no
Strictly
penalty for
because of
missing
his
a question.
strikes.
However, stealing is available.
Brandon Hanna had Lord of the
in
Rings
round
on there, and
number
that
2,
scares
because
me.
that's
Although
the
Chandru is a Harry Potter guy, and that also scares me. So it's kind of
At that point, the
what's the
question goes
better
down
of two
2-1.
evils here.
So
I hope
Chandru,
he
you're
answers
3-2
so fast he
currently in
can't.
the league.
Yeah, that's the only issue,
One
is that we're gonna run
record.
into some of these guys are gonna
You're
answer
sitting in
so
a higher
freaking
ranked
quickly.
chair, and you also have a 2
Reminder: we don't need the whiteboards in this situation. Only opposite player does. And again, if we answer something that's not that they go to multiple choice,
How about a
we get
huge
the 2
hand
points.
for our Schmoedown patrons sponsoring the wheel? The sponsored wheel is Star Wars. There it is. If
But that's
Chandru
Brandon
or
Hanna's
Brandon
strength. He's not gonna pick Star
land on
Wars.
Star Wars, we are going to reveal the name
Don't
of that
Dancing
patron
just keeps
sponsoring.
coming.
Yeah, that dance just does not stop.
Nope. But the wheel.
Don't
is
do better
about
choice.
to.
Don't do better choice. No!
Round and round
No!
it doesn't look like it's
No!
Star Wars. It could be Star Trek.
Interesting.
All right.
Got
And
some
he's
conferring here.
Oh,
going to
Go
keep it.
for it.
Oh!
Right.
Yes!
shoot me in the foot.
I will be administering you your Star Trek questions. Kate's going to be asking Brandon his
There's
series
just
of
so
questions.
many of these
5
movies.
queries for a possible 10 points in the world of Star Trek. Like I said, stealing is available, however. Your first question. Which Starfleet admiral gives Kirk permission to take command of the Enterprise
Captain Pike.
at the beginning of Star
Or
Trek
Pike.
the motion picture?
Admiral Nogura.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's got 2 points in round number 2.
Where they can pull these
Good deep
answers.
cut.
See, yeah, my
Alright,
knowledge of
let's
this goes
see,
so
move
far.
on
Yeah.
to your next question. In Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, the Enterprise hides in a nebula to avoid the Alliance. Name the nebula.
Mutara Nebula.
How do we get the? Yes, it's 2 points. Very impressive. And Chandru opens up
Round
a
1 was good.
lead over
Round 1 was
Hanna
good, guys.
with
See, this is why I can't compete on something like this, because
in Star Trek Nemesis, Riker and Troy.
I might as well go
are
home
off
if it's
to
Star Trek or Lord of the
Hayes.
Rings.
Beta Z.
Beta Z.
I was like,
I'm keeping it in the cut. They're off to Beta Z to get married in a ceremony where there will be no speeches and no what?
No clothes.
It's a naked wedding, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. You can get tased in Beta Z. No clothes at the wedding. All right. Sounds like Josh McCougar's wedding. We have 2 more questions remaining. Chandru, your penultimate question in the world of Star Trek. In Star Trek First Contact, what year did Zephyrin Cochrane make his historic space flight?
Go to multiple choice.
What year? Jesus.
Go to multiple choice.
2063.
That is correct.
Oh
You got
my
it. Points.
God.
It is
on April
19 to
5th,
9, and
20th.
regardless of what happens on this last question,
He even knows
Brandon
the
Hanna knows he's got a
date.
tall order matching the point total. Maybe he gets lucky with his steal here. That could be
my
much
goodness.
needed. Chandru, your last question in the world of Star Trek movies. After Nero's attack on the Federation fleet in Star Trek 2009, Starfleet orders everyone to rendezvous in what system?
Multiple choice.
You might get a multiple
Multiple
choice
choice.
chance.
I'm just gonna stay quiet. Multiple choice.
Go to 5.
Yes.
I can provide that. Is it A, the Breyer system, B, the Laurentian system, C, the Ilenium system, or D, the Viridian?
I'll say D. I'll say D. Oh, no, what? I'm gonna say C. C.
Can I hear the options again?
I can give you the options one more time without use of a JT rule. Is it A, the Breyer system, B, the Laurentian system, C, the Ilenium system, or D, the Viridian system?
B, the Laurentian system.
1 point for Chandru.
Ilenium is Star
I mean, I
Wars.
guess that kind of proves he's
No, the
scored
Ilenium
somewhat
system is Star Trek.
because
maybe just a tiny bit.
He
There's
needed
one
multiple
in
choice,
Star
but he still
Wars.
has a 20 to 9
Ilenium.
lead over
Well,
Brandon
yes, you are
Hanna.
correct, but
So
the Ilenium
Brandon,
system is there is one in Star
It's now
Trek.
your spin, sir. Step up to the wheel.
Woohoo!
Spin what you like.
Good luck.
5 questions are going to be lurking.
Brutal. Good
Oh
lord.
no, there's scores and
Gamesmanship. Going
soundtracks.
first and putting himself with that much of a lead puts pressure on Brandon, so we'll see how he handles
How
it.
confident you are. Even if you are Rachel Cushion, you are looking at that scoreboard and you're saying, man,
Please not Lord of the Rings.
Yep,
Please not
but he
Lord
can
of
do
the
it. He
Rings.
absolutely
Please not
can do
Lord.
it.
Round and round it goes. And
Yes,
it's past
yes,
opponent's
yes,
scores. That's
no!
good news. And it has landed on DCEU
No!
movies. And
Wow,
Brandon's
no
gonna take it.
hesitation.
No! So close.
All right. Brandon, your question is going to be administered by Rachel Cushion.
All right, Brandon, your first question. By now, everyone knows that Kal-El's adopted mother's name is Martha. But what is his Kryptonian birth mother's name? Somebody had fun writing that one.
You're looking for the full name?
We just need the first name.
Lara.
That is correct. Well done.
I don't want to answer and lose
Question
chance of
number
multiple
2.
choice.
In Wonder Woman, what is the name of Steve Trevor's Native American ally that joins up with Steve and Diana?
Chief.
I knew it started with a C.
He's doing his job so far, Ray.
Absolutely. Question number 3. What toy is young Thaddeus playing with in the back of the car at the beginning of Shazam?
A
Superman.
Magic 8-ball.
Oh.
I like his
thought it was
confidence.
Superman.
Another correct answer.
Did you know it?
No, ask
Yeah.
again.
If I would have more
Here.
time,
Nope.
maybe. But he answered like
Number
right
4.
away.
In Aquaman, who played the ancient Atlantean
Oh,
king
Dolph
named
Lundgren.
Atlan?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Dolph Lundgren, B, Graham McTavish, C, Jean-Claude Van Damme, or D, Willem Dafoe?
B.
That is correct.
Oh wait, Dolph Lundgren was the bad
Selfishly, I was
one.
hoping
He
it
was
Dolph Lundgren.
the ally of. He was Mira's
All right,
father.
this is your last question, Brandon, to pull within 2 points of Chandru. What brand of sports car does Bruce Wayne drive when he picks up Barry Allen in Justice League?
I'm going to go multiple choice.
All right. Is it A, Porsche, B, Mercedes-Benz, C, BMW, or D,
I'm going to say
Lamborghini?
a Porsche.
I'm gonna go Lamborghini.
That is incorrect. Can you steal, Chandru?
For your
Options again. Is it A, Porsche, B, Mercedes-Benz, C, BMW, or D, Lamborghini?
Mercedes-Benz.
That is correct for a 1 point steal.
A big steal
That
there,
is,
Rachel.
yeah.
Closing out the round, Brandon Hanna is starting out very strong with the DCEU.
Did
Slipped a
really
little there towards the end, losing
Was that his last
steal
question?
to Chandru. It only cost him.
All right. Well, after 2 rounds, I mean,
swing.
5
He did
points
get the point.
is a
Chandru
deficit
did
that
get
they
the
can come
point,
back,
but
or
that's
from Brandon Hanna can
5
come back
points
for
that Chandru has
come
going
back
into round number 3.
from
Yeah,
for
that,
sure.
That could seem pretty
But it's
scary,
definitely a little bit
especially with
farther
the way
than I was
Chandru's
expecting it to
playing,
be. I'll
but
be
round
honest.
Oh,
three
yeah.
has
And I think
taken
it's
down
a little bit
many
farther
a
than
competitor in the
Hannah
Schmoedown,
expects
so I
it
don't
to
think
be
Brandon's
also.
quite out of
I
it.
think he's
Looks
kind
like a
of
great
annoyed,
movie, a lot of twists
and it
turns.
shows.
Oh, yeah.
He has to
As I read
give
the
himself
rules
any kind of shot
play
here. He
for
has
round
to
number
answer
3,
2 to
gentlemen,
3
you're
pointer,
each gonna give us a
but to
series
put
of
him up, he has
numbers.
to
We'll
answer
give
all
you
3 of
3
them, which
numbers
is
for
hard
each.
in
Each
Intergeekdom
number
because those 5
ranges
pointers,
from 1 to
they are
15.
deep
Each number corresponds
cuts.
to a different
So
number. You'll be trivia
it's
story.
definitely not out of the
You
question,
know how. Your first
but
question's worth 2
very
points.
slim chance at this
Next one's
point.
worth
But
3 points. Your
you
last
know,
one's
I do
worth
think that it
5
could end up being a pretty good game here if
Chandru,
he's given a
you are
chance
the
to answer
higher-ranked
this question.
opponent
So
currently,
Yeah.
and you find yourself in
your
the
turn to
5
flip, sir.
advantage. So I'm going to get your numbers first from 1 to 15. What feels lucky, sir?
Heads or tails?
I'm a big
Heads.
fan of Lost, so 4, 8, 15.
4.
I'll go Chandru. I heard my number.
Appropriately geeky
You heard your number?
That's right. Some
What is
Lost
it?
fans
4.
in the crowd. Brandon Hanna.
Let's do this again. 5, 9, and 16.
1 to
5,
15, Brandon.
9, and you can't do 16. Only through 15.
14.
14. Okay. All right, Brandon. I'm going to be asking you
So you're
your
going first.
questions. Chandru, Rachel's going to be asking you yours. So Brandon, we're going to start with you. See if you can pull even or ahead of Chandru with your first couple. You selected number 5 for your 2-point question, and that corresponds to scores and soundtracks. Everyone's favorite category.
I like it.
For 2 points.
I can't steal
Who
here, by the way.
composed the scores for all 6 Middle-earth-based films?
Howard Shore.
That's 2
Nicely
points.
done.
Did you got it?
And he's
for you.
pulled it within 3. He can tie Chandru if he gets this next question correct. And you selected number 9 for 3 points in the world of Marvel films. Question is, who plays Negasonic Teenage
I don't know
Warhead
actors.
in Deadpool and Deadpool 2?
It's a mouthful, isn't it?
5, 4, 3, 2,
I don't know it.
1. Looking for Brianna Hildebrand. Brianna Hildebrand. And now we come to the moment where we could have a technical knockout by Chandru. However, Brandon has something to say about that because he has his 5-point question remaining. He selected number 14. And your 5-point question, Branda, is in a galaxy far, far away.
Did you say Brenda?
Star
Yeah, Branda.
Is that what he said?
And your question,
Did he say Star Wars?
5 points.
I don't know.
This is his strength, too.
In episode 1, what is the call sign of the leader of the Naboo Starfighter Squadron?
Come on, pull it.
Is it
Pull it.
gold?
No, I don't think it's gold. Pull it. Come on. It might be gold.
I'm gonna say
gold.
gold leader.
3,
Repeat the question.
I can do that.
Come on, pull it.
Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. What is the call sign of the leader of the Naboo Starfighter Squadron? I believe he has 2 JT rules.
He does.
Buy himself some more time if he can pull that.
It's been done.
5, 4, 3.
Repeat the question.
Okay, you have one more JTE rule. In episode 1, The Phantom Menace, what is the call sign of the leader of the Naboo Starfighter Squadron?
I can literally picture the guy that says it too.
Come on, pull it, Brandon. Pull it.
5, 4, 3.
Repeat the question.
Last one, here we go. In episode 1, The Phantom Menace, what is the call sign of the leader of the Naboo Starfighter Squadron? Five, 4, 3, 2.
Yellow leader.
And
Damn.
your winner!
Don't tell me it's gold. Don't tell me it's gold, leader.
Chandru, the chosen Dhandapani! It was Bravo leader.
Bravo,
Bravo.
leader.
Leader
That's not something you would think of in Star Wars. A Bravo leader for
always
sure.
think of color.
Hey, look, I mean, they both came up to play here, but Chandru, he kind of just rolled through his questions. Obviously, not having to answer a third round question, giving the TKO point to Swag, they walk away with 2 points, which is huge because they've only had 3 matches at this point.
Yeah.
And they have a lot of points. They're not just in the middle, but they're high up in the middle, and so it definitely helps them going forward.
Yeah, he came in like a wrecking ball, and nothing was going to get in Chandru's way. And I think that was very clear. If anyone is not worried about playing against him, they should be. And I feel like they should have been for a while. But now he is showing, like, you should still be afraid of me, if not more.
Yes.
Hannah,
Why we both chose him.
Yeah, Hannah just, just some days you're on, some days you're off. Yeah, I feel like he almost got into his head a little bit in the second round.
With one of his strengths, too, which is interesting.
Yeah, so I don't know. Who knows what happened from there, but Chandru is going to be scary to go against. Someone I would not want to go against if I was playing against them.
Somewhat of a jovial, we just defeated the Empire for the second time on the Forest Mood of Endor vibe.
That's right, Mark. I just got him to stop doing the Fortnite dance back there, okay? Chandru, that was an absolutely dominant performance. Does this finally put a nail in this war with Brandon Hanna?
I hope it does. He needs to find opponents that he can actually win against.
Oh.
Well, it's just a call that I did done for now. It's it was 1-1. It's 2-1. I'm going on to the bigger players.
Yes, and we need lessons on what a face talks like. Anyways, this has got to be a great victory for Swag. You guys get 4 points in this. How are you feeling after this performance?
I mean, that's huge. I mean, obviously you had New York and Finstock started running off with it. The Den has had some incredible matches, so we really needed this. And my boy is an elite player here. Honestly, he really is. I'm really proud of him. And that's the point. I'm gonna tell everybody in their geekdom, we're coming for you. All right, we really are. Like, I'm looking at you, KO. I'm looking at you, Kalinowski, and when we're done with you, we going on to Smets, baby. Going on to Smets. KO, corruption, whatever. You know what I meant. Hush. So my point is, I'm proud of you, boy. Let's keep going. This guy is someone to look out for. I'm telling y'all right now.
Do you feel like, with all of those names that are looming large out there, like the big three, there's Mike Kalinowski, obviously Kevin Smets, our current champion, and then Mara Kanopik, which is kind of like this, we don't know
You
what
cannot
she's,
forget about her.
Nope. Trust me,
right now. Do you know what I mean? Like,
she's my
still
favorite
kind of
in
an
Geekdom,
unknown
man.
In regards to how
Been waiting
will
to see
she
her play
come
again for a
back
while.
after such a long hiatus, you know?
I think the big thing, and we're very aware of this, and I've seen it myself having competed before and stuff like that, you don't take anybody for granted at all. Mara, obviously, she's a former champion. That's huge. Robert Parker coming out of the fan league is someone you don't want to sleep on. Obviously, Smets has the belt. Kalinowski has had the belt. But I'm telling you, this boy right here is ready. He is the one that has been helping me coach everybody on the faction because his studying is incredible. It's at the top tier of that, so we're ready for it. No matter who it is, we're ready.
Congratulations on your huge victory today.
Yeah, thank you. I just wanted to add one more thing. Having Winston in my back was really helpful. Like, I finally understand the value of the manager firsthand.
It's cool to not have to do this whole thing on your own, right?
Exactly. Like, someone to have your back and like faction mates to have your back has been a great strength. And the Facebook group Drew Crew has been like helping me train as well. And I couldn't have done it without all of. Okay, it's sounding like an Oscars acceptance speech right now.
Laying you off. Anyways.
My only thing was I didn't care about winning or losing. I just didn't want to miss any question. That's what happened today. I'm really happy about that.
Congratulations again. Congratulations.
You're not missing any questions. You're probably going to win.
Yes.
So
very much so.
Yeah.
All right.
You know, Rachel, one kind of looks at this and you do realize that was a huge win.
He's going to
for
be
Team
scary
Swag.
going forward.
Of a solid mood over there right now.
Yeah, it's definitely a different vibe that I was just experiencing. Hannah, I saw you beating yourself up backstage. You were saying, I knew those answers. I just didn't pull them. What was happening out there? Was it the lights? What was it? Was the pressure of like just this match and this beef you have with Chandru, or what's going on?
Well, I mean, anytime you go against Chandru, it's going to be tough. The guy's good. He played a perfect game. I missed 3 questions. There was 3 questions I just didn't know the answers to. It sucks to lose on a Star Wars 5-pointer again. But I mean, Yeah, I came into this
Kate's
match more
face.
prepared than I've ever felt.
After she does that, I think she like has to go to the
It
bathroom the way.
came down to some bad luck, and I had to go perfect to beat him, and I didn't. And that's what happens when you're at this level.
I saw these two ladies absolutely rallying around you, though. You can tell that they just are very supportive of everything that you're doing and you're studying and whatnot. Mom, you got any words?
Yeah, honestly, we're just, I think we're the most upset that Chandru didn't invite us to his pajama party. Because I bet that's going to be a real fun time. He just seems like a real fun guy.
And on the complete opposite side of the spectrum, Grace, do you have any words?
Yeah, I mean, look, Brandon's great people. We're really proud of what he did. You know, the thing that you can learn sometimes is really specific gaps in your knowledge, which may have happened today. And again, Chandru, like, I'm really proud that he brought his sleep over to school today. It's really like sweet and cute, and I love him talking big game when he's technically only ever won one more time over Brandon than he has the other way around. So it's like, calm down, buddy.
So where do we go from here? How do we pick ourselves back up? How do we start over? You know, where do you want to go next in Inner Geekdom?
I just want to keep competing at an elite level, and I want to work my way back up to the top. I can guarantee whoever I play next is in for a really bad day, because I'm not going to miss. And, I mean, that's just what it boils down to. And I just want to thank my best buds, Thread, and the Arsonist back home for helping me prep for this match, and a few other people. It was a lot of work to get here, and I'll find my way back. Me and Chandru, we're a dyad in the Force. We're destined to do this forever. So I'll be back, and he knows it, and he should be scared.
Oh, God, I hope not. I'll pray for you.
Rachel, Brandon may have come out on the short
right.
stick today, but he definitely
We
has
don't have
that
anything at the
champion's
end?
mentality
No?
where
Doesn't look like
he
we have
feels
a
sorry for the
post-credit
next
scene
person
today.
he has
Nope.
to face
Oh,
when you
but
look
that
down
pop-up again of Oyama versus Roka.
This Friday.
Cannot wait for that. But, yeah, we saw just Chandru just come out and do exactly what we
expected
thought
him to.
he was going to do. And that could be, like, his normal, which is scary. Because if he didn't even get to answer his final questions because he was perfect, including the bonus question.
And he was already sitting at 21 points.
Like, come
Imagine
on.
if he answered all three of his third round questions, he would have went up to 31 points.
Yeah, he's someone that if you're not on alerts for, you should be. So,
yeah, he, I mean, and the funny thing is that the second round, he chose Star Trek. He spun it. He landed on it. He chose it. But that technically isn't one of the strengths that he listed.
No.
And his strengths are typically, I talked about it in the very beginning of the match that he has spun a lot of MCU and Harry Potter, and he's had a lot of those questions. Well, he proved himself today by answering Star Trek. Now, that could just be one of 3 of the things that he's good at out of the dozen or whatever. But he did what I was kind of calling for, not doing the MCU or the Harry Potter. And if that's the case, I mean, he could. I'm not saying he's going to do what Smets did last year, but he could be someone who kind of just climbs the ladder and makes some real noise in the league. And we kind of see this like turnover of Inner Geekdom players where it's not just Kalinowski and Smets anymore. Kalinowski and Smets are still there, but we have the Chandrus, we have the Brandon Hannas, we have,
Mara.
Mara. Well, yeah, I mean, she's been there before. I heard that Ben Goddard might be throwing his ring into Inner Geekdom, and so there might be a lot of other. Robert Parker obviously is going to be there as well. So 2020 is kind of like the year of a new guard for everything, and Chandru is definitely up there as far as these new guard players who are ready to kind of take it over.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. That was our first Inner Geekdom match of the year, so
I got the W.
Yeah, you finally broke your two game lose
I
streak.
did. You are correct.
But yeah, that's our reaction to the Chandru and Brandon the Hitman Hanna match. Go ahead and check us out on you know all of them. YouTube,
Twitter,
yeah.
At Schmoedown POV. You guys can find us on Apple Podcast, Anchor Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcast. That's for our weekly show, our main show. And we have reactions here every single week. We react to every single match, and it's more than likely going to be up the day after the match, just because of editing purposes and us getting together. But the main thing I want to plug is look out this weekend if the free for all does in fact happen. If things go as planned, and hopefully they do. You guys can find us right here on a Hangout. We're going to be hanging out. We're going to have being a live stream, just putting the camera up, hanging out, watching the match. And you guys can come join us in the comments. We'll answer questions or just talk about the stuff going on in the comments. And so make sure you guys look out for that because that'd be fun to have you guys not just watching the live stream, but kind of having us in the corner, which would be fun. And so hopefully you guys join us then as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So for a certain point of view, I'm Brian. That is Jake. Thank you for joining us. And we'll see you guys next time.